June 27, 2013. It's Kicking It with the Commander because Dr. Glidden is out of the country. He is out of town. He's still on arrest. So we're glad he's getting some well-deserved rest. A reminder, if you want to call into the show, we'll take some calls in about 20 minutes. 1-866-582-9933. And listen in. If you have a friend that's on there, you will get them to dial 605-562-7729. And those are for those people that don't have those smartphones that are on the road and that want to tune in. One of the things I read about today was the FDA always sends me warnings, and it just blew me away today. And one of the schizophrenic medications, I guess they had injected about 2 people with it, and it died. And they died, actually. So the FDA already recognizes that this drug can cause a condition called post-injection delirium sedation syndrome, or BDSS. It involves too much of the drug getting in the system at one time. I mean, no, come on. You know, we know that through nutrition that, you know, especially with the longevity products. I mean, Dr. Wallach went out and we had Clemson University do some research for us on our Beyond Tangy Tangerine and our Ultimate Classic. And they said, you know, the effects were, you know, very remarkable. And the fact that if you had that stuff running in your veins instead of blood, it wouldn't cause any harmful effects. So, I mean, come on. That's just something to think about, you know. So you're getting these people are getting these drugs in your system. And schizophrenia has really been kind of researched as an offshoot of like when kids are born, and then, you know, like we're seeing the autism rate climbing to 1 out of 50 kids, and it's progressing to depression. They have trouble with their movement. You know, they get depressed, and then, you know, it's the end of that schizophrenia, right? So, again, you know, just another way I think that the FDA is trying to call the herd. So after everything's failing in your body, you know, you have to get it replaced. You know, your mind's failing, your body's failing, which means your body's trying to support, you know, another part of the body. Like, say you inadvertently, you know, and it's because what people don't know, they don't know. They get something removed because they didn't get good information from a doctor that specializes in medical nutrition, which would be a naturopath, like Dr. Glidden, Dr. Wallach. And so God in His infinite wisdom and the way He designs the body to help it, gets another organ involved, and it helps try to replace what's lost. I was just in a hospital the other day, and I was looking at people that are waiting on a waiting list for organs. And there's over 100,000 people right now on the national organ waiting list. I mean, man, we're here in Illinois, and currently that one's at 5,227 people. And then right next door is Indiana at 1,429, and that kind of just makes you kind of curious. And maybe I know there's probably more people that live in Illinois than Indiana. But again, where does all these organs come from? You know, there was a movie out that my wife Nikki and I had watched that was it was kind of ironic because it was like a children's home where they had kids come that didn't have places to live. It was like an orphanage. And every morning, they would line up and take their nutrients. There would be 2 cups of liquid nutrients waiting. And then as the movie progressed, I had no idea what it was about until later on in their life, when people needed organs, they would take the organs from these children. And the kids knew they would have about 2 chances to survive 2 donations, and then they would pass on, but that was a normal part of your life. I mean, is that what the world's coming to? It's just, it's not right. It's not right. There are so many other ways out there to survive and to thrive without medication. And that's why we always talk to Dr. Glidden and Dr. Wallach. We read his info, and we get going with what Dr. Wallach's doing. So Again, this man has done over $20 million of federally funded research. You know, to say that, you know, nutritional deficiencies cause chronic illness, whether you're in the wild, of the animals in the wild, or the animals over here in the United States. You know, it's just how it is, and it's just really defeating on what's going on right now. A little later on, I will hope that my friend Jarmel calls in. We're having a little bit of a techno glitch right now, but we can get Jarmel in here. He's going to talk about being a raw foodie, and he's been that way for quite a while, and how important that is, and how the benefits of it, and how to get good advice on how to do it. And then maybe we'll bend it there a little bit also about the essential oil therapy that we use here at Longevity. So anyway, again, we're going to take your call at 1-866-582-9933. Again, the call-in number to listen in is 605-562-7729. Somebody the other day hit me about Raynaud's syndrome, and it was something on their heart. And I take calls almost every day, 3 or 4 times a day. And this is a situation where the small vessels in your fingers and your toes just clamp down from a couple things. You get your fingers, toes, tip of your nose, and your ears. A lot of times people who smoke have this problem. People in colder climates are more susceptible to it, and also women because of the smaller vascularity that they have in their bodies. So a good rule of thumb for that is we always talk about getting good water, and you want to get the best water possible. And Doc Wallach has just leveled the playing field again with that. Again, the best water you probably could get is distilled water, but take 1 ounce of Doc Wallach's Longevity plant-derived minerals. You know, that's stuff that Dr. Glidden talks about all the time. It's so saturated. Put 1 ounce in a gallon of water. You could put 2 ounces. It doesn't make a difference. But use that for your everyday water, and get adequately hydrated. If you're sweating bullets, you know, you need more minerals, and you also need to increase your water intake by 20%. So say somebody weighed 135 pounds, I would expect them to take about 65 ounces of water every day. Remember that no more than 2 ounces with a meal, because we want our digestion and absorption to be awesome so we can get all the nutrients into our system. And then about an hour after a meal to go ahead and just start drinking your water. I know I wake up in the morning with 16 ounces of room temperature water, the best water possible, and start my day, get my GI tract going, you know. And for some people, they need to dial it in that way, because it's just so important, because people are so challenged now. We're still getting sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker. The doctors aren't helping us out. Allopathic medicine has failed, ladies and gentlemen. And it is just mind-boggling, because if you don't know me, I've been a nurse for about 26 years, and I've been in the medical field for over 30 years, so I've seen a lot of things come and go, and a lot of things come to fruition. So it makes it very heart-wrenching for me to see people suffer today. I mean, there's more people out there that are on breathing machines than ever before. More of our children are sick. Like I said, the autism rate's up to 1 out of 50 kids. So you just look at down your block and you figure out how many houses and how many that is. That is very, very, very staggering. And this is an amazing time. This needs to be a pivotal time. You know, my wife brings up, Nikki, and bless her heart, brings up about the President of the United States and his wife, who's trying to talk to people about eating healthier and stuff like that. Well, why isn't the President doing it? Hello? Ka-ching! Lots of cash. Absolutely. Again, it takes almost $7,000 a year for every person in the United States to receive health care, yet we're the fattest nation on this earth. What's the deal? Again, too much money changing hands, too many drugs out there. I mean, I get FDA notifications from places, well, don't take this product because it has some unidentified component in there, and it's some kind of enhancing product for either, I mean, the big thing out there right now is sexual enhancement, because erectile functions on the climb because, hey, we're not getting enough cholesterol in our system, and we're on statin drugs. I mean, just think about it. And that's where we respect Dr. Wallach and the Longevity Company, because when he does his testing, he batch tests every single batch that comes off the production line in order to assure that we have the best product possible. The regulation says the companies that make nutraceuticals only have to do it once a year, which is like, oh, they can make a big mistake, and then it goes on and on and on for 6 months and 6 months, and people start having issues. So again, if you haven't joined Longevity, you can join me on the Wellness Warriors on Facebook. That's Wellness Warriors with a Z, or go to fireyourmdnow.com. Fireyourmdnow.com. That's Team Glidden right there. Sign up for his free newsletter. Get the Good Food, Bad Food list for free, and get Against the Grain, which is a provocative video for 15 minutes that tells you why gluten is bad. And, you know, our goal is we need to heal our gut. Everybody in the United States needs to heal their gut. And to start out looking at that for 15 minutes, not only it'll tell you what you need to know because you didn't know, but it'll help you heal in a great way. Again, call in 1-866-582-9933 and listen in at 605-562-7729. And I think we're having some glitches. So we'll be coming back on the other end of the break, and we'll talk to Jarmel on Fire Your MD Now. Hey, we're back on Fire Your MD Now. If Lauren Green had only known about Bloomin' Minerals, the Ponderosa would have been the best food source in the United States. Hey, we're going to go to the phones right now. We're going to talk to Barbara from Virginia. You're live with the Commander. How are you?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
All right.
Thanks for calling in. How can I help you?
Yes, I'm calling because I got neuropathy in my feet and hands, and I can't drive my car.
Oh, no. And, Barbara, tell me about what's
I'm
going
diabetic.
on with you. You're diabetic. Oh,
yeah.
Type 2 or type 1?
Type 2.
Oh, good. That's a good one. How long have you been type 2 diabetic?
About 20 years.
20 years. Amazingly enough, one of the great stories that I have is a lady named Carmi. And she was type 2 diabetic for 24 years. She met Dr. Glidden, and we dialed her in, and 4 months later, she kissed that goodbye. How about that?
That's good.
Are you ready to do that?
Yes.
Okay. That's good because, you know, Barbara, I was a type 2 diabetic as well. Like I said, was. So, do you have any other medical conditions?
No.
No. No high blood pressure, no nothing?
No.
Okay. So, diabetes is pretty simple. You know, there was a medical doctor in 1957 named Walter Mertz that published a paper in the Journal of American Medical Association, which is a very prestigious journal. I've been reading it for a long time. And he discovered that supplementing with the trace minerals chromium and vanadium helped eliminate type 2 diabetes. But what he didn't tell you is that, you know, it costs about $400,000 over the course of one's lifetime once you become type 2 diabetic to take care of your health care. Okay? So how tall are you and how much do you weigh?
I weigh 240.
240. And how tall are you?
5'5".
You're 5'5". Okay. So in order to dial in what you need to do the good food, bad food list or the nutrition protocol. Do you have the internet? Obviously, do you have the internet available to you?
Yes.
So I need you to go to fireyourmdnow.com. Okay?
What is it?
FireYourMDNow.com.
Fire?
Fire, F-I-R-E. YOURMDNOW.com.
Okay.
And you sign up for Dr. Glidden's newsletter. He's going to send you the good food, bad food list. Today I need you to give up wheat, rye, barley, oats. I need you to give up pop. I need you to give up fried foods. I need you to give up baked potato skins and lunch meat with nitrates.
Okay.
So the other thing that's very prominent with type 2 diabetics, and I learned this, and I was sharing this with Dr. Glidden, and we had a great chat about it, was red meat. Red meat depletes chromium out of your system, which is one of the trace minerals that's very vital to your recovery and supporting and promoting your body's ability to heal itself. So eliminate red meat. Don't eat any white rice. Go easy on the fruit, maybe a piece or two in between your meals. What I used to do, I used to eat carrots. So even though they say they have a lot of sugar in them, they're the most easily digestible glycemic load, lowest glycemic load, and it works well for sweet treats. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So after you get that far, and you get to the good food bad food list, we need to put you on some supplements, and we'll help you do that. And you can also apply for Dr. Glidden's Health Recovery on his website. You can email me at Wellness Warriors, WELLNESS Warriors with a Z at gmail.com, and give me your info, and I'll put you in touch with somebody who will help you get your supplements. But I'm going to tell you what you're going to need to take, and we're going to go to a break shortly. But will you stay with us, Barbara? Barbara?
Yes.
Will you stay with us for the other side of the break?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We'll be right back with more of Fire Your MD Now. Hey, everybody. Commander's back. We are talking to Barbara in Virginia about type 2 diabetes. Barbara, are you still there?
Yes.
That's good. So anyway, when you get off the phone with me, I want you to call this phone number. And don't go away till we give you a protocol. It's 855-347-3696.
What is it?
That's 855-347-3696. And people will help you join Team Glidden.
Okay.
And help you get the product. So what you need to do, as I was just talking about this a little while, with all the neuropathy and everything that's going on in your fingers and toes and giving you limited mobility, is that you need to first get hydrated. I want you to get hydrated. I want you to start drinking the best water that you can, whether it's bottled water or distilled water. I want you to wake up in the morning and drink 8 ounces of water first thing.
Okay.
And then I don't want you to drink any more water than 2 ounces with a meal while you're eating food. And then following the good food, bad food list that's going to be emailed to you will be very beneficial.
Okay.
So you need two healthy blood sugar packs. And that's called Health Blood Sugar Packs because it has our flagship product, Beyond Tangy Tangerine, in there. It has the calcium product, our Beyond OsteoFX, our essential fatty acids, which gives us our 90 for life. It also has a product called Sweeties, which is a supplement that contains chromium and vanadium, gymnema leaf, cinnamon. And before every meal, I want you to take, are you testing your blood sugars right now? Let me ask you that real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah? And how's your morning blood sugar when you wake up?
It's like 107.
Okay. Are you on metformin?
No.
No. Do you take any other medicines?
Just for neuropathy.
Yeah. What are you taking?
Let me see what's the name of it.
Let me throw a couple.
Gabapentin.
Yeah, gabapentin. Okay. All right. Well, we also use that for seizures as well. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? But you don't take any medication for your diabetes at all. So how do you control your blood sugar?
Insulin.
We take insulin. So you've been on insulin for how long?
About 20 years.
Oh, so you're a type 1 diabetic, not a non-insulin dependent diabetic. All right. One of the people that I know that has type 1 diabetes is able to was able to decrease his insulin injections 60% in a week, where we started him just on the sweeties. But you being 5'5" and 240, you're very deficient in a lot of nutrients that you need, okay? Am I going to say that you're going to get off insulin? Well, the process may be that you get off insulin, but you may need to go to an oral medication and then possibly later down the line. So when you do something good for the body for 90 days, it's going to let you know that you're doing something good for it. So let's start out with this protocol. You call me back in a month, and you let us know how you're doing, and we'll fine-tune it from there, okay?
Okay.
So, again, 2 healthy blood sugar packs, and I want you to do 1 classic 90-pack. 1 classic 90-pack. And I want you to get selenium. 3 bottles of selenium. Okay, and I want you to get a product called De-Stress. It's in the Super Life division. And don't forget, these shows are archived. You can go back and re-listen to it later on after we're done, in case you forget something. And that's a real easy thing to do. Again, Super Life De-Stress. So how you're going to take all these products is, 1, you're going to take 1 ounce of Ultimate Classic in the morning with your breakfast, as you take 2 sweeties and 2 De-Stress. Mm-hmm.
Take 2 sweeties?
Take 2 sweeties before you eat, and then with breakfast, take 1 ounce of Ultimate Classic with a little bit of tomato juice or something like that. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it tastes kind of bad, but I'll tell you what, after the first 3 days, it doesn't make a difference. You're habituated, and you just plug it down, and then you want to have some eggs for breakfast. You want to have some eggs. You want to have soft scrambled eggs with butter. A little bit of butter. You don't want to brown the butter. Mm-hmm. Add a little bit of salt to that to help hold the water, help get the fluids to your vessels. Then and take 2 EFA Plus that will come with the healthy blood sugar pack. Okay?
So where do I get that at?
You're going to call that number, 855-347-3696. Mm-hmm. They're going to help you out with that.
Okay.
So for lunch, after about an hour after your meal, you're going to drink Beyond Tangy Tangerine. You're going to put 2 scoops in about 40 ounces of water, and you're going to sip that through the morning until lunch. You don't want to drink it any faster than any shorter time than an hour. You want to sip that, okay?
Okay.
And you're going to do that twice a day.
Okay.
So don't try to catch up on your water at the end of the night, because then you'll just be up at night, and that's not right. So 2 sweeties before each meal, 2 sweeties. Be sure to check your blood sugars. And then between your breakfast and lunch, I want you to take 5 selenium capsules, 5. And that's going to help with the inflammation.
So is that going to come with the package?
No, you're going to order that separately. You're going to order 3 bottles of selenium. Okay? And you're going to take 5 capsules between breakfast and lunch. And then you're going to take 4.
So what is it, 3 bottles of what?
Pardon me?
3 balls of what?
Selenium, SELENIUM.
And they're capsules?
Mm-hmm. They're very small, so if you have trouble swallowing it, you can always...
So how many I take?
You're going to take 5 between breakfast and lunch, and 4 between lunch and dinner.
Okay.
So at lunchtime, I want you to take 2 more EFA Plus. I want you to take 2 more sweeties, and again, watch your blood sugars because you may be able to, tell the doctor, I'm starting to heal. These are my blood sugar levels.
Mm-hmm.
Can we adjust my insulin so that it's less and less and less and less, okay?
Okay.
And that's what we're shooting for. There's a product in the Healthy Blood Sugar Pack called Beyond OsteoFX Plus that's shellfish-free now, ladies and gentlemen. Longevity has shellfish-free Healthy Start Pack. So you want to take 1 ounce of OsteoFX Plus with your 2 sweeties and your 2 EFA Pluses for lunch.
So do that come in there?
Uh-huh. That comes with it.
And it tells you how to do it?
I'm telling you how to do it, and somebody will help you when you call in.
Okay.
So before dinner, I want you to take 2 sweeties. Again, checking your blood sugar, okay?
Okay.
And after your meals, you should check your blood sugar 2 hours after meals, and that's about the right time to take your selenium, okay?
Okay.
So dial in those numbers, because they see a lot of blood sugar spike 2 hours after people eat.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can limit those, and fortunately the cofactors with the selenium that help it absorb are chromium and vanadium, which are good for sugar metabolism. So that's awesome. Dr. Wallach's got it dialed in again. So at dinner time, I want you to take 2 sweeties and 2 EFA Plus, okay?
And 2 what?
2 EFA Plus. That's the omega-3, 6, and 9 fatty acids.
Do they come with it?
Fish oil. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does. And then at nighttime, before you go to bed, I know you're getting all this down, 1 ounce of OsteoFX Plus. Remember to shake that bottle up real good, though. And the Ultimate Classic, you got to shake it every day. Upside down, inside out, and all that. Shake it up. Put it in 2 to 3 ounces of room temperature water.
Mm-hmm.
Drink that down, brush your teeth, and go to bed, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And that's
I'll take
your
1 ounce
prescription.
take 1 ounce before I go to bed.
Yes, 1 ounce at lunchtime and 1 ounce before you go to bed.
Okay.
And then again, call in 855-347-3696, and they'll get you in touch with somebody who can help you get all that ordered for you, okay?
Okay.
Barbara, thanks so much for calling. Call in next Thursday, and if you can, and let me know how it's going, okay?
Okay.
I'll be here for you. We're here for you. Dr. Glidden and I are here.
Okay.
Dr. Wallach and a big family, too. Join us on the Wellness Warriors with a Z on Facebook.
Okay.
And we can help you with that. That's my site. We get more technical a little bit and help people in their recovery to help their body support and promote its wellness, because the body does want to heal itself. We don't want antibiotics. We don't, unless you have a bad infection, but we don't want anti-anything. We want to be pro. Okay? Okay, good. All right, Harry from Michigan, you're live with the Commander.
Well, how in the world are you, Commander?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
We're doing pretty good, thank you. All things considered.
All things.
Yeah. I spoke with Dr. Glidden about a month and a half ago.
Okay.
And he started me on a protocol for Addison type, well, basically Addison type of disease.
Addison's disease?
Right. Just manifested itself to me in March of this year.
And what were you suffering with before that?
Well, I had anemia.
You had anemia?
Pernicious anemia, and that is some weird thing called hypokalemia, whatever that is.
Hyperkalemia or hypokalemia?
Hyper. One of the two, I'm sorry.
So your potassium was too high?
Oh, way high. In fact, I just got out of the hospital again while I'm taking this protocol. I had a rebound, or a setback, I should say. Potassium was 7. Sodium was way low. And so I was in the hospital for 6 days, and they got me stabilized. They increased me to 40 milligrams of hydrocortisone a day now.
Really?
Yeah, and for 1 week they want me on Florinef.
Oh boy. So you want to retain your sodium, huh? Hey, Gary, we're going to go take a break here in about 30 seconds or so. Will you stay with us on the other side? And then you can tell me about what you and Dr. Glidden did and how we can dial in your health, buddy. It's an ongoing process. That wasn't going on forever, and it may take us a little time to skin that cat. Remember, if you need to talk to me today, talk to the commander, 1-866-582-9933. Tell your friends to listen in on their phones at 605-562-7729. And if you want to join Team Glidden, 855-347-3696. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody, it's Thursday. And you're kicking in with the commander on Fire Your Engine Now. We are live with Harry. Harry, you still there? Harry, are you out there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, we got a few minutes before we kick into the second hour. If you want to hang on, that's great, too. So you just got out of the hospital. You're having potassium around 7. Did you have any problems with your heart with that at all?
Funny, boy, is that weird that you asked that, because about 8 hours before I was supposed to go home, that night the old ticker went into AFib. Oh, boy. And so I had to stay 2 more days, but it went back on its own in about 8 hours when it restored the rhythm. But I had one nice doctor, at least. He seemed nice. He said, I think when you get out of here, I'm going to put you on a baby aspirin. But one of his associates came in the day afterwards, and he said, for a week, I want you on the metoprolol or whatever, metoprolol.
On low pressure? Oh, my goodness. Yeah. That's a beta blocker drug.
I know.
They just said when to prevent it's going to go up. But you know what low pressure does to you? No. Low pressure depletes a lot of nutrients out of your body, Gary, that you're trying to make up for already. It's one of the biggest hitters ever. I did a blog on medicines that deplete nutrients. And you can go to Wellness Warriors with a Z on Facebook and hook up with my group, and I'll post it soon, okay? You can read about it. So every time you're on a medication, it takes a lot of energy, a lot of nutrients to burn that up, and it depletes us even more. So right now you've been in a great catch-up phase. I'm glad you came out of AFib. I was also a survivor out of AFib. You know, one of the things that you can do to help improve that is, like, when you're on the steroids and stuff, is, you know, things, you urinate, do all those things, and, you know, you really got to try to stay hydrated because those spaces between our bones are discs, and they pinch on those nerves, and sometimes they'll encumber the nerves that feed the heart a little bit, and we get AFib sometimes. Okay, rapid heart rate. So, right. You know, if you haven't been to the chiropractor, that might be a good thing to do, too, to make sure everything's in good alignment, all the nerves are feeding the organs as they should. You know, that's why we do total medicine, and we do integrated medicine. We want the chiropractors in there. We want the naturopaths. We want the Ayurvedic medicines, the traditional Chinese doctors. We want all that input because it's so valuable. You know, we want to do the piece of the pie that we're most familiar with and direct you to people that can also help you. Mm-hmm. So that's important too. So are you going to do the low pressure for a week?
Well, it's just for a week because, and then I said to myself, I told my regular doctor, I said, you know, that doctor that came in, I said, I don't want him. I want the first guy who said he wants me on a baby aspirin. I said, at least that guy's not trying to push drugs on me. So I'm seeing him in 2 weeks. Oh, 2 weeks. Uh-huh. And at that time, I'm expecting him to say, you're off the low pressure.
Right, and you want to, because the other thing you can tell them is instead of taking a baby aspirin, tell them I'm taking a great source of omega-3, 6s, and 9s, and that should thin my blood in a great way.
I'm going to actually I'm going to bring in the EFA Plus.
Bring it in.
I'm going to show it to him. I want to see exactly how far this guy is as far as if he's totally conventional, or if he's willing to listen a little bit.
Yeah, and if he's not, you get ready to fire him, right?
Hey, I'm looking and I'm always looking. So,
all right. So did Dr. Glidden? Go ahead.
My main reason for calling is this. When I'm on this stuff, right now I'm taking Sweeties, Smart FX, the Youth Complex, the starter pack plus the EFAs. Right. My question is, because I don't have anybody on my side, from basically the doctors to my family. Right. They're not against me, but they're saying I'm an idiot for taking these supplements while I'm taking this other low pressure and all this other, all this other stuff, because I may be interfering. And every one of the doctors, well, we don't know about this stuff. I told them I'm taking, cinnamon bark within the, and then they go, well, does that interfere with, don't take enough.
Right. Right. Hey, Harry.
Yeah.
You're going to hang out with me for a little while longer when we come back on the other side of this break as we start the second hour of Fire MD Now. Please stay with me.
Okay.
And remember, everybody, just go for good quality. Stay with Dr. Wallach, longevity. If you got questions, again, today, 1-866-582-9933. Just let us help dial in what you need for chronic illness. And again, this is the Commander, grateful to Dr. Glidden and Dr. Wallach for all the wisdom. And we're going to be back with the second half of Fire Your MD Now.